Welcome to this new series where I'm going to be attempting to make mountain bike trails on my property. If you're new here, which you probably are because I'm just starting this channel basically, I bought a house with some decent land and I'm tired of loading up my truck and trying to find mountain bike trails. So I'm going to build some on my property. I've never done this before, probably going to go really bad, and I was going to give you an awesome drone shot right here of my property, but guess what? My drone doesn't work right now, and let's hop into this. First order of business here is going to be actually walk the trail, get an idea of what I want to do. So we'll go for a walk. I'm gonna walk the land here. So I already have a little bit of a trail here that connects two different properties, and I own a good bit of this power line here. It goes back this way. So this is what I'm thinking. The first trail to just run the entire boundary of my property, and I'm gonna call it like the long haul. It'd be a good trail title, I think. And it's not going to be too crazy. I'm going to make it pretty easy, like a blue-green. And it's going to be flowy. It's just going to be a nice little loop around my property. Get some good cardio in whenever I feel like it. I think it'll be the best first trail, even though it's going to be pretty long. We can actually use this trail already, which goes through the woods. Some hunters use this every now and then. And it kind of, my property's on this side of it. So it kind of runs up alongside my property, which will be perfect because, well, it's already here. So we'll run it the whole way up to my property line and then jump into it, I think. So as you can see, I've been walking up this trail quite a bit. We're still not at the edge of my property line. It is up here a ways. So we already do have a nice base for this trail, at least to the edge of the property. And we do have some really nice elevation here going into my property where we can do some loops, a little bit of switchback action to make this trail even longer and feel more mountain bikey. So we can run it up, walk through a cobweb, yuck, to right here. This hasn't been surveyed in a while. I've just read on my deed that this is a marker. So I do believe that we can just stay on the inside of this and we should be good to go. I'm also in the middle of nowhere. Nobody would really get offended if I got on their land a little bit with a small mountain bike trail. Now, if I'm gonna be cutting down their trees or something, they'd probably get angry, but honestly, not that big of a deal. I'm just gonna use my map of the land and try to go off that as best as I can. So if we take a look here, it doesn't look that steep on camera, but I'm gonna be honest with you, there's some bumps in there and it looks pretty cool. There's also some trees in the way, so we're gonna have to clear it out. But I think this is where it's gonna start. And I'm just gonna go whoop, and maybe like a left, like that. I will not be making that walk every time I need something. So take a look at the beast we will be using to haul tools and haul my big self back and forth back there. Check it out. We made it to our construction site here, the post. What I'm gonna do here is just start by moving the trees out of the way, trimming this up a little bit because the trail is gonna go right down this way. Boop. And I wanted to go, there's kind of like a simple path already there, it looks like. Maybe from the water running down there. Might have some drainage issues, but it's a good start, better than what we have here. So I'm gonna go ahead and start. Don't know what I need, don't know what I don't need. So I brought some simple hand tools because that's all I got. I do have a little chainsaw and a weed eater and stuff like that. So could always run something like that. Oh. I did myself in. Well, we have not made very much progress, but I have the entrance kind of mapped out and where we're gonna go down there. I just heard Ashley yell, dinner is ready. Well, the trail building today is probably going to be wrapped up. I have to go drive an hour and a half to do some chores, and it's going to be dark by the time I get back, unfortunately. I'm going to continue this. I'll try to do it tomorrow morning if I have time. We are back at the trailhead here. Now, I do have to work today. A little bit of time crunch here in the morning. So I didn't bring the trailer and the tractor. I just hopped on Ashley's e-bike because it's got like a basket and stuff. I threw some stuff in there. Got the tools out here and I'm gonna start working. Don't have the camera. It's gonna be crunch time. Get some stuff done as fast as I can. So I can actually show you the like downhillness, I guess. So the bike's up there and you know, it's looking pretty good. It's gonna be pretty neat. Making good progress. We switched to the shovel here and starting to level it out a little bit where it was sticking up some big rocks. Starting to look cool. So the goal here is to get rid of this on this side, have a berm here at the bottom. It's going to be berm and kind of follow that tree. I might have to move that tree a little bit that way, but berm and then kind of go that way because we're going to have a lot of speed when coming down that hill. I actually have to go log into work now, but I'm going to walk up this so you kind of get a sense of the little downhill. It doesn't look good on camera, but I'm going to tell you, it's pretty steep. That's what it looks like from the top. We are back at the edge of the property line, the Edge Trail. Kind of a weird name. Maybe it won't be called that. Let me know in the comments of a name I could call this. The Boundary. Be a cool name. But perks of being a YouTuber, I'm out here now. Perks of being a YouTuber is I got all these like random things that companies sent me over the course of years. This little saw I'm going to be using to clear out a little bit. I think we got a pretty good start now, and enough of a start where I think I should probably, there's a bug on my finger, probably test drive this, test ride it, and make sure that berm I built, probably not very good, is gonna hold up and it just kind of flows right. So I'm gonna go get my other bike, my hardtail, and see if I can ride this. And the bike that we're gonna be using for this adventure is my 2018 GT. It's actually my buddy's, but well, he grew up a little bit, had a kid, and he never maintained his bike, so it was always me working on his bike. And eventually I was like, I'm keeping this. I take better care of it. So it's really his bike, but it's been with me for a while now, and I keep having to repair it for certain reasons. Maybe I break it, maybe he broke it, maybe we broke it. But there's been some modifications. It's actually running an Amazon wheel set in the rear, a budget one. I don't know how well it's going to hold up, but I just put it on there not that long ago. So we're going to be ripping down a new trail on my GT hardtail, and safety first, always. That didn't go super bad. I didn't love it, and that is probably because it's a little bit loose and it's not very packed down right now, so it was a little slippery going down. I don't mind a lot of the bumps, but there was one concern, and that's what kind of made me slip up there on that one run, and that it's that bump right before the berm that I have. The berm's really loose too, and that didn't help, but the little bump jump thing there gets me going too fast, gets the back tire off the ground, so when the berm comes, it just isn't packed in enough for me to take the impact, and it kicked me off a little bit there when I hit the berm. So I think I'm going to take that bump out. I'm going to show you guys what bump I'm talking about. And then again, this does not, the video doesn't really show what's going on here. It's a lot steeper than what you think it is. So come down here, and there's this bump. Can't really see it, but this bump right here needs to go. Next day here, guys, day 3, working on this. Not making much progress, but I haven't been spending a whole day, just an hour here, an hour there, in between other things I got going on. So today, I'm going to be trying to flatten out that last bump we were talking about, making it a little bit smoother, and then I'm going to clear out a little bit more as well. Working on the trail a little bit. I'm hot and sweaty. I don't want to take off this because ticks and stuff. We have ticks out here in the PA wilderness, and they're bad around my property. So I'm all sprayed up, and I try to cover as much as I can. But I found something cool, and I want to show you this. I kind of want to build a feature out of it. Look at this beautiful rock right here. And it just so happens it's leading up right to where the trail's going. And I might build like an alternative route using that rock, or maybe curve up and maybe use it as a jump off, because there is some more elevation here. You can't really tell on camera, but and we're going to be going kind of down that way. I found a tire too, just sitting there. It's going to go whoop that way. But that rock is going to play a role in something that's dope. I found another rock. Check out that big boy. So I'm thinking, right, take that rock, lean it against this rock, and have like a little whoop. I was gonna run the trail that way, but I could run it like that and go whoop and jump that way, and I can move that stump. It's basically rotted to hell, so I can just move it. All right, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, that rock weighs a lot, but I moved it, and it's not exactly gonna work how I want it to. It's a little wobbly. I'm gonna try to get this to work. I want to utilize this rock and this other big rock to make something. So I'm gonna table this for now. I do have some other rocks. I could probably build something around this, but this is really cool. I want to be able to use this somehow. Like this rock right here just is a natural like little drop. And again, I can't really show you the elevation on camera, but we have elevation here. So it would drop and it could land down that way. Something, I want to figure out something. But the trail's coming this way. I'll show you from over here. See, the trail would go this way, so I don't know. I don't know what to do. So I'm done running the trail for today. There is a little problem I want to fix here. You see that one berm I built? I'm going to be building another berm right in this area. But it's very bumpy and it just won't work really well. So I'm going to try to flatten this out and prepare it a little bit to build up a berm. Now, if you can't tell, I have a little bit of ADD, but I did get that pretty flattened out right there and got what might be a berm. Doesn't look very good, but a start is something over there. But another problem is this stump I have in the very first berm where you're carrying all the speed from up there. I'm going to need to remove that. Should be interesting. It's a big boy. So the battle against the stump with the tiny chainsaw there, not going so well. I'm pretty sure the chainsaw keeps overheating. It's getting very hot. So give it a minute. I'm almost the whole way through, but it is winning. I might have to get the gas-powered pool saw out here. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at our progress so far on the trail border hopping. That's what I'm calling it, because it's questionable about where the property line is. I know it's right there, and we kind of cross over a little bit, so I figured border hopping was a funny name. So let's take a walk. So coming in off I'm calling this the Forest Service Road, but it's just like another trail on the property that combines everyone's property. Coming in, you see my property line there. We jump down in to border hopping, come down in for the downhill session. Again, it's a lot steeper than what the camera makes it out to be. Come down into here to the first berm with the stump that doesn't want to leave. Come around down here to the second berm that's not really a berm yet. Comes this way. Down here to this little jump up piece right here. Come up. And then to the rock feature that's going to be in the future. And then we'll cut down further this way. Thank you for watching this video. If you want to see more of me doing some trail building and some random stuff around my house, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. It means a ton to me. I'm going to try to get this account to 1,000 followers. I don't know. It's going to be kind of crazy. But I'm also using this account, this channel here, as just my journal for random things I'm doing. And I think maybe other people might think it's cool. A little different than my other channel, Modern Day Viking, where I focus on truck stuff and overlanding and camping. This is more my other hobbies that don't belong on that channel. But thank you for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. I will see you in the next one.